Hey kiddos, it's Grandpa Ken. Thanks for coming and joining our reading time. We're going to read the Paw Patrol today, huh? That's fun. One sunny morning, the Paw Patrol were at their new beach tower headquarters. Mayor Goodway had asked the pups to be Adventure Beach's new lifeguard rescue team. She wanted them on duty during her luau that afternoon. "We'll be there," the Sea Patrol writer announced. "But before you can save anyone, you'll have to earn your lifeguard badges." "Ready, set, get wet," barked Zuma. See, they were all excited. They were going to become lifeguards. Yeah. I like the Paw Patrols. For the lifeguard test, the pups didn't rescue a person. They took turns swimming through a course of floating buoys and rescuing a pineapple named Mr. Prickly. That's kind of funny. One by one, each pup earned a badge until it was Rocky's turn. That's okay," he said. "I don't like getting wet." "You can't be a lifeguard without getting wet," Sky said. Rocky said to himself, "We'll see about that." Instead of swimming, Rocky jumped from buoy to buoy, then threw a light ring around Mr. Prickly. He pulled the pineapple in and hopped back to shore without getting wet, just like the others had, except they were in the water getting wet, see? "Well, good rescue technique," Ryder said, "but if you want to earn your lifeguard badge, you have to swim." Rocky was happy to be a land guard. "I know you can do this," said Ryder. "If you don't feel up to it, you can try again later." Meanwhile, Captain Turbo was out at sea feeding Wally the walrus. "Here's some more juicy jellyfish jerky," he said. He didn't realize that a baby octopus was stuck to the side of his chum bucket. Oh no, see? See the baby? Stuck right there on his bucket? Oh no. So, suddenly, the water started churning in Captain Turbo's boat. The flounder began to rock and shake. Giant tentacles reached out of the waves and wrapped around the boat. "Great gusting geysers! I need the Paw Patrol!" Captain Turbo exclaimed, which means he yelled really loud. And he called Ryder. "Look at the big octopus wrapping." Oh, gee. Gotta know, they were all scared on the boat. Ryder told the pups about Captain Turbo's boat. "The Sea Patrol is on a roll. Ryder, how are we going to get out to the flounder?" Rubble asked. Ryder pushed a button on his pup pal. The beach tower shook as a huge ship called the Sea Patroller detached from it. Robo-Dog was at the controls, and he loaded Zuma and Rubble's special sea vehicles onto it. Ryder, Rubble, Zuma, and Marshall hopped aboard, and the Sea Patroller was out to sea. They're going to go out and save them. They knew they were in trouble because they had a radio. The Sea Patroller reached the troubled flounder. Zuma and Rubble hit the waves in their new sea vehicles. Zuma tried to pull the tentacles off Captain Turbo's boat with his vehicle's mechanical arm, but the sea monster was too strong. Ryder had an idea. He told Robo-Dog to sound the Sea Patroller's horn. Wah! The startled sea monster released the flounder and slid back below the ocean surface. Hooray! Everyone cheered. But just then the flounder started to sink, and Captain Turbo was still on it. Oh no. The noise scared him away, but the boat was still damaged. Rubble used his cranes to pluck Captain Turbo off the deck. just as the boat slipped under the waves. "The pups and I will do everything we can to raise the flounder," Ryder promised. As Rubble headed back to land, no one noticed the little stowaway stuck to Captain Turbo's life ring. Marshall put on his scuba gear, dove into the water, and went to work. He found the sunken flounder and started pumping it full of air from his tanks. The boat started to float to the surface. See, he was underwater, put air in it, and if you put air in something underwater and it captures, he'll lift it up just like a big balloon. As Marshall watched the boat rise, something shiny caught his eye. Was it an undersea treasure? He picked it up with his mechanical claw and shook it. "It's a baby's rattle," he exclaimed. Meanwhile, Captain Turbo, see, that's what he thought was a baby's rattler. Huh? I don't know. Meanwhile, Captain Turbo was back on Adventure Beach trying to cheer up Mayor Goodway at her luau. But he looked for something to eat. The baby octopus jumped out and landed on the Mayor Humchinga's head. "Help, help, help," the mayor shouted. "Get it off." Oh, that was that. Remember, it was on the side of the bucket, and they didn't notice it. Just then, the sea monster rose out of the waves. Sky took to the air with her parasol to distract it while Rubble built a sand wall to protect the beachgoers. When Ryder arrived, he saw that the sea monster was actually an octopus, and it was squinting. You know, squinting, like if I don't wear my glasses, I squint. It's looking for something, but it can't see very well. Well, keep it away from me," muttered Mayor Humdinger, "and I don't want this on my head either." Then Ryder realized the giant octopus was the little octopus's mother. It was his mommy. "We need to get the baby back to its mom," Ryder said, "right away." And everybody agreed. But first, they had to get the baby off of Mayor Humdinger's head. Marshall remembered the rattle he'd found and started shaking it. The baby octopus reached for the toy, but because Mayor Humdinger couldn't see, he accidentally knocked the rattle into the ocean. "Oh no, those guys." Someone had to get the rattler. "I can't find it with my metal detector," said Rocky. "Are you sure, Rocky?" Ryder asked. "You'll have to swim and get wet," Rocky declared. "I can do it." He extended his metal detector bravely, dove into the water, and found the rattle. See, look at that. He went underwater. Rocky was afraid of it, but he didn't have to be because he could swim. Suddenly, the toy Zuma boarded the sea patroller with Ryder and headed away from the beach. The little octopus followed the rattling noise, and the mother followed her baby out into the deep water. The mother and baby found each other, and they hugged. Ryder quickly made eyeglasses out of 2 punch bowls from the luau. They're like crystals, so they're like glasses. Now the mother could always find her baby. The Sea Patrol had worked together to save the day. Back on the beach, everyone cheered for the pups and for Captain Turbo's newly repaired flounder. "Thank you, Paw Patrol," said Mayor Goodway. "You saved the beach and the party." "I think Rocky deserves the biggest thank you," said Ryder. "He got wet to save the day and earned this." Ryder pinned a lifeguard badge to Rocky's vest. All the pups howled, "Oh!" and hooray for the brave friend of theirs, Paw Pups. I hope you enjoy Paw Pups because we're going to keep reading. We also have Bluey, so tell your grown-up that you like it if you do, and just come on back and visit us. I'm Grandpa Ken, and I really enjoy your time. Thank you.